let's build some Paradigm Daleks. You know the drill at this point. Cue the info dump! So, back in 2010, the Daleks went through a redesign after 5 years of using the Time War model. The new design featured a new colour scheme, a much bulkier build, and a movie-inspired fender. The initial reception to the new Daleks was controversial as the colours and size opened them up to mockery. In fact, the backlash was so bad, they were written out of the show entirely, making Asylum of the Daleks their final on-screen appearance. There were many fans who hated them. Some fans liked them due to feeling that not much was done with the bronze design, and then there's people like me and my friend Joe, who were kind of in the middle. I was pretty mixed on their first couple of appearances, but their officer class revamp looks quite good, and it's a shame that it was never used in further stories, at least on screen. Now, I've already covered my first version of the Paradigm Daleks briefly in episode 5, so I won't go into much further detail. However, when it came to version 2, I knew it needed to keep the same height as the movie Daleks, since the on-screen Paradigm props are taller than the bronze Daleks. It wasn't until building off the design I made for the classic Daleks, where I managed to find what reaches the same height I wanted, whilst looking a bit more distinct compared to the original version. Okay, shall we get started? Here are the pieces you'll be needing. Let's start with the skirt section. First, take two 2x2 plates and place them on top of each other. Then, place 4 1x1 snot bricks onto the top like so. Now repeat the process again, but switch the side the snot brick is facing. Once you've done that, simply stick them together. For the side panels, take two 2x4 plates and place a 1x4 bow piece at the end of the plates. Then add a 1x1 plate to one side, and then on the other, add not just a 1x1 plate, but also a 1x1 brick. Now onto the front panel. Take a 2x4 plate and place a 2x3 plate with a 1x2 plate in the middle of it. Then, place a black 1x2 plate and a 1x2 tile at the bottom part. Now, along with the side panels, add dark grey round tiles for the hemispheres. Now take the front and side panels and place them onto the skirt core like so. Now onto the back panel, take a 2x2 plate and place two 1x2 single stud tiles, followed by a 1x2 grill tile. Now place that on the lower back, and then above place a 1x2 slope piece. Moving on to the midsection, take a grey modified 2x2 plate and place a 1x2 plate onto the back. Then place a black stud onto the telescope piece and attach that and an antenna piece to the front. Now add it to the skirt section. Now for the dome piece. Take a round 2x2 plate and place a round 2x2 tile with a hole in it. Then place a studded bar onto the round tile, followed by a 2x2 satellite dish on top. Then for the eye, take a transparent orange round tile and place it onto a black stud piece, and then add it to the dome. Now place the dome section onto the rest of the Dalek. And would you look at that, you now have your very own Paradigm Dalek. Now, granted, the build isn't completely accurate, as the vent on the back is a bit too low compared to the actual props, but considering my original version was just a Time War Dalek with a vent slapped to the back of it, I'd say it works quite well. Now, I am attempting some modifications so the back isn't as prominent, but I have yet to get to a point where I'm satisfied with it. But hey, even with the inaccuracies, this build looks quite nice alongside the others. And that's a wrap on the Doctor Who episodes for this season. Will there be more in season 2? Of course there will be. I'll just be toning down the amount of Daleks this time, he says. I think I'm going to leave that there. Hope you've enjoyed. If you want to watch the previous Let's Build, the playlist is on screen now. Today's music pick, we have What Difference, A Good Dalek from Doctor Who Series 8. If you've enjoyed and want to see more, then click subscribe. And with that, I'm going to love you and leave you. Bye.